So I'm here. I'm going to talk about the whip around that I'm going to be doing tomorrow for NCAA women's basketball, and we still have a little over a month left of regular season. Most conference, there's some conferences that end the regular season like first Saturday in in March, or if the Saturday if February, around that time, either first Saturday in March, or if like the last Saturday in February falls on like the 28th, it'll be on like the 28th, or sometimes they do on like the Sunday. And then there are some conferences, that do end on like the Friday, because they start their conference tournaments on Saturday, like early, like Wednesday, Wednesday midweek. They do start early. Like there's one like the Sun Belt and the Horizon League. They start the first Tuesday in March, so they end like the Friday in February, last Friday in February, which is the 28th, I believe it is. But yeah, but so, and then we got some conferences. They'll end like midweek. They'll end like Monday, because they have like a midweek to midweek conference schedule. Like they start like, they'll start like midweek on like a Monday or Tuesday. And then there are some conferences that play the whole regular season and play like the final week. When in the conference tournaments, week before the NCAA tournament, they do their conference tournament. They do it then. They do it then as their conference tournament. And so some conferences that do like game, like the CA, the Coastal Athletic Association, they do games on a Sunday. So on Sundays, so they would end it like Thursday and Saturday, when they typically don't play on Thursdays. Some conferences they do like end, some conferences they like end midweek, even though they're not predominantly play midweek. Like on that day specifically, but they will for like end of season purposes. Because their conference tournaments are going on. But anyways, let's talk about the scores. We'll talk about what games I'm going to be whipping around tomorrow, and when I'm going to start the whip around on. So we have here UConn. We have here UConn. They beat DePaul 84-58. We're going to talk about the games. I didn't talk about the scores. And then we'll talk about the tomorrow ones. So we have number 2 for Oklahoma State. They beat Arizona State 83-71. And for the whip around, there will be a whip around of the conference tournaments. And there will be a whip around of the WBIT and the WNIT. There will not be a whip around of the NCAA tournament. I cannot do whip around that. It's gonna get like shut down, and I don't want to get shut down doing it. I don't mind doing like the games on TV if I get like copyright stricken. I don't really care about that, But I just don't. I mean, usually if you might get copyright stricken, but they might have ads in your video, but you'll get like no ad revenue on your video. You don't get none of the ad revenue, which I don't really care about. Which I don't really care if I do or don't. Yeah, I just don't want to get like flagged and taken down the video, like copyright strike against my account. If I have a copyright claim but not taken down, who cares? I will do all of them conference tournaments. I just won't do the NCAA tournament games. And like when it gets too far, like the WBIT and the WNIT, when it's on like you find out so many games, and there might only be like 2-3 games on at once. Like 2 games on at once, or like you get down to like hardly any games on, once, where it's not even, it makes sense to whip around. Like, I won't do whip around then. I will do whip, but I won't do whip around then because of that fact. I just don't want to, do like 2 game, like have like the quarterfinals, and there's 2 games on at once. If I do a mix of like WBIT and WNIT, and there's enough to do like maybe a couple quarterfinals, say a couple games of each. They're at the same time. Okay. Or if there's a short period of time where like there's like 2 WBIT and 2 WNIT games, and they all 4 overlap for a short time. Maybe like a short little segment. Maybe I'll try to do that. But the postseason, it's gonna be harder, but I should at least be able to do the first couple rounds because the WBIT and the WNIT. Most of the games are gonna be on ESPN Plus. It's just that only game that are going to be like the Big Ten games for the WNIT. There'll be a Big Ten Plus, BTN Plus, Flow Sports. So I have the Big East games and the Coastal Athletic Association home teams. They'll be on ESPN or on Flow or Big Ten Plus, Big Ten or BTN Plus. Otherwise, the rest of the games will be on ESPN Plus. And even with the postseason tournaments, like they were putting them games, like even the NVIT or the NIVT or whatever, second tier volleyball tournament, they're putting the games that they would have from the ACC and SC teams. Like they have Virginia in that. And then Virginia, they usually put them on the AC network extra. Because usually they have the regular season of the ends of the regular season of the basketball, but they do not. But they put that on ESPN Plus, so they'll do the same for the WNIT, I'm assuming. So I'll show you most of the games. This year I'll show you most games. It's just that there's a few that I might not be able to, but I should be able to do like the first round of like the WNIT, the WBIT. Like I should be able to show you like probably until like the semifinals, maybe like the semifinals or quarter final, up until that little area, depending on when how many there are, if they're spaced out a little bit, but I should be able to, get some games in at least, and then like come in like April, or not, I would say like middle of March. I might do some softball in between when there's not a lot of when there's not a lot of basketball, but mostly it's gonna be basketball until like mid-March, like mid-March. I would say like early April is when that is. It's like mid-March. Like mid-March is, actually I'd say like late March, early April, somewhere around there is when I'll stop. When I'll switch to softball full time. Whip rounds. So I'll be doing that. So yeah. And then we had Bowling Green beat Akron 82-16, 74-53 round more speed straight state. North Texas, thanks to UTSA losing to South Florida today. North Texas is going to be North Texas is tied for number 1 UTSA and North Texas have not played off yet. So yeah, we have that. And then we'll have, and yeah, so that if UTSA and North Texas play, that'll be an interesting one. Let's see what was on. And then we got Robert Morris, they beat Wright State 74-53, 78-67. North Texas or Temple, 68-52. Tulane or Florida Atlantic. And then we have 57-50 Texas, Kansas over Texas Tech. 52-75 Wisconsin over Michigan. Michigan fell. They lost. They beat Minnesota, but they're kind of iffy. Michigan is not that great of a team. The Big Ten. No. And then we got Rice 64-45 over Tulsa. Charlotte beat Memphis 67-59. It's 95-57. Or Roberts blows out Omaha. South Dakota State improves 18-3. Similarly 63-55 over North Dakota State. We got 78-66 Air Force. Finally, it's on a winning ways in the Mountain West. 67-66 Colorado survives over BYU. BYU made a comeback in that third quarter. They just couldn't. They had a chance a little bit late. They just couldn't do it. And Wyoming, they beat San Jose State 77-64. So we will have some whip around here for you here. Like I am saying, I'm going to use whip around on the 30th tomorrow. I don't know when you're seeing this, but I'm posting this on the 28th. And then we have some Kids Days. I will be able to whip around a little bit of Kids Day, hopefully, but not the early Kids Day, the late Kids Day. Grand Canyons at CIU, UC Santa Barbara at Cal State Northridge in the Big West. Grand Canyon and CIU in the WAC. And we got Idaho State and Eastern Washington. In the Big Sky, I'll be able to whip around those 3 Kids Days. Hopefully in about the 4th quarter time frame, I'll be able to do some whip around in those games in that time. And then we have, and then starting at 6 Eastern, I'll be able to do a little bit of whip around, hopefully. I can get you to like the OVC game that starts at 5 Eastern. And then that might be because the men's women's doubleheader. They always have some schools they do the women's game first and the men's. Okay, So I'll be doing that one. And some do it where they play the same 2 teams, playing the men's and women's at the same day. Not always, or some do it to where they'll have one of the schools will have the women's matchup, one of the schools will have the men's match. The other school will have the men's matchup between the same 2 teams. And then, but yeah, I'll do some whip around. We're starting at 6 Eastern. And yeah, we'll have the OVC game, and then we'll have the Big Ten. No, we'll try to get some of these big games, like Oregon, Michigan State, Florida State, Boston College. And then we got, and then we can whip around some of these other games. We got other games like America East. We got one of the best America East teams, Vermont, with 1 loss, so they can remain near the top of the conference. We got Little Rock, a top team. Top teams, Little Rock, Linden, Eastern Illinois, obviously. Like Siena, Merced, Siena, near the top of the conference. 2 teams are top of the conference. 2 teams are top of the East, and Lipscomb and Florida Gulf Coast. You got App State in your top of the Eastern, but show you that we'll show you Oklahoma, LSU, Alabama, Kentucky. You know, we can go through some MVCs. You know, we'll just show you the top teams or the top games like Chandua in the SoCon. Quinnipiac, Fairfield in the MAC. Cleveland State, Green Bay. Lamar, Southeast Indiana, Central Arkansas. It's gonna be one game back before our first, or just even tied for top. We got. So I'll show you top teams. When we can. So I'll be showing you all down here. Troy, Arkansas State. Middle Tennessee, Iowa, State, Kansas State. So I'll be showing you all these top games here, top teams, and competitive matchups in conference, like overall record in conference games is pretty good. I'll show you them. I will be showing you games roughly until probably 9 Eastern. Because once 10 Eastern, I want to watch the Minnesota Gophers playing for, which is my team. My team I root for. Minnesota, and number for USC. So I'll see that one. I will watch that one. So we will watch that one. So we'll watch that one first. So yeah, I'll watch that one in full. So we'll be whipping around until I would say 8 Central, which is about 9 Eastern. Probably for a little bit after 5 Central. A little bit, probably about 6:15 Eastern. To about, I would say, we just say 10 after 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Probably get you through all the games. Game at the 5 Eastern, Tennessee Tech, Florida State. Get you through the game at all the 6 Eastern games and the 7 Eastern games. And then that'll be about it, And then, yeah, I would do some more, but I might do some games, maybe up to I'll probably just do about up to 8 Eastern. Or 9 Eastern, 9 Eastern, 8 Eastern. 8 local.